friends. It is I, Camera Mandy. Alphinius is running just a hair late. I do have someone in the studio fiddling with this microphone.
Hello.
Hi. So we're just going to chit-chat for like a couple minutes while we wait for Alphinius to arrive. You know, the true personality. What is going on with your mic over there?
What do you mean?
It's like looped.
It's looped, yes. I looped it.
Looped it. Okay. Thrilling content. And so Adam is going to take a minute to show you our map that we're going to be giving away in a couple weeks here. Adam, take it away.
Sounds good. Whoop. Dropped my phone. All right. So yeah, we have the mouse pad mat, the gamer mat, the whatever you want to use it for mat. It is definitely made out of that really nice, very thick material, actually, you can see there. And this would make an excellent addition to a desk or an excellent addition to roll those big heavy metal dice on. Awesome piece. And you can see all the art for the entire city here. All the way from, I can't actually see what I'm doing here, but you know, I'm going to.
A little bit down.
I'm looking at the monitor.
And
way over
on
there.
top of that, your camera's like not exactly straight.
Oh,
I'm
really?
going to go fix that in just a little bit. So
Okay. There, that's level.
yes, there we go.
And then we can get way in there. Hold on.
It is a
Hey.
very beautiful piece of art, and like the detail on it is incredible. So if you don't win this map, it is going to be available for sale. It might actually already be available for sale up on our website. I have to check with Riley on that. So the Gamers map will be available. We also are getting swag up on the website here. I'll cut to myself while I'm talking. So yeah, we're gonna have some like cool stuff coming up there soon, very soon. So
Yeah, I look forward to getting one of these for me for my desk at work. Maybe we'll see.
yeah, absolutely. That would be awesome. So while our actual personality is not here, I will show you something that I got from my friend for her birthday. So we're celebrating her birthday tonight. It is the Dungeon Meister's guide to like Dungeon and Dragon themed cocktails, basically. And so I got her the book, and then I also picked up for her the ingredients for one of the cocktails here. So it's the red manna. So I thought I'd just read you what is in a red manna cocktail. 2 ounces cinnamon whiskey, 2 ounces apple whiskey, 1 bar spoon grenadine, 2 ounces club soda, 1 Thai chili or jalapeno coin for garnish. So it has like a nice illustration of the
That'll
drink.
definitely wake you up.
Yeah, I really like, that's one thing I really like about this. I picked this up from actually like Michael's. I went to a craft store and got a book of all things, but I like that they have like illustrations there in here to kind of show you, like, I feel like that's very like D&D thing. So
I was going to ask you too, you've started reading one of the Gooey books. What was that one? It was a ring-bound or ring-bound one.
So basically, and I was gonna finish reading this on my flight to California because me and Adam just got back from Disneyland. Oh, I hear Alphinius.
Hello.
But then
It's the jingle bell.
Yeah, but then I realized I had left it in the studio, so I didn't get to finish it. So it's Legends, Lore, and Libations. We also have another player's guide out similar to this one, and it's for the Mournwood. And today's episode, we're actually going to be talking a lot about the Mournwood and going into the Kickstarter and where we're at with everything on the Kickstarter, and dive into what exactly you're getting, because it's almost done. It's very cool. I've gotten a lot of really good feedback from it. So, Adam, you talk for a second so I can read all of our comments.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, so no, I've been thumbing through the book as well, and I really like how it's set up more as a accounting or a recounting, whatever, of kind of traveling across Zyathé. It puts you more in the world. It's more immersive, rather than a book that just is more like a dictionary looking, and it gives you all the facts and whatnot of the area, but it doesn't really tell it as a story. And this seems like, you know, from the few excerpts that I've read, seems like that's exactly what this does. And there's tons of awesome art. A lot of the art that we have elsewhere in Zyathé that's been kind of made to look like it's been, you know, pencil sketched, but it just an awesome package overall. So, yeah.
Hold on. We have the man of the
I have to
hour.
look this way if I'm looking at Adam, right? This is the only way if I'm looking at Adam. This is how I look, right? I'm actually looking at the wall, but on the screen, it looks like I'm looking at Adam.
Right now, it looks like you're just talking like nonsense at yourself.
That left monitor, the one that I'm on right now that you can see, is the one that's like previewing, but it's not live.
I love all of our cameras are completely off this morning, so I need a second to like fix that because
What do you mean they're completely off?
Like you're like wide.
Look
you're
at
like
this.
not
Look
even.
at my desk.
You're not even like centered.
Geeky, I see.
No, that was from Chet.
Oh, Chet sent this one.
Yeah.
I thought Geeky was sending some too.
Geeky did his own review of it, and it's very good.
Chet Minton, love you again. Got another thing coming for you, by the way. A little secret. Yes, we're going to be sent to you in the mail. Watch your post, as they say. Hello, my friends. It is I, Alphinius Goo, with Camera Mendy fixing the camera. Go ahead, go in and out, Camera Mendy. Ooh.
I know.
Ooh.
There we go.
And Marvelous Adam. Can we give him Camera Mendy just walking by the cameras? Yes, we're at low budget production, as you all know. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is called a photo bomb right there. That was a photo bomb. Anyway, my friends, it is beautiful to be here with you this morning. My apologies for my tardiness and for all of the shenanigans that have already gone on here in the studio, not even without you, right? So we are very, very excited. Chet, thank you. I'm going to have a little taste of this. And I'm also probably going to bust out the Flarp again because Flarp is very popular right now. Anyway, it is a wonderful day, but Ms. Goo and I have the little grandy kids. Not the older ones, right? The younger ones. The little 1.5-year-old and the 3-year-old for the weekend. Yes. So I understand why the creation gave kids to young people, not old people now.
So you're exhausted.
Yeah, oh yeah. You see those little bags under my... I know I have bags under my eyes all the time, but I have extra bags right now. Come on, man. It's like a double bag. This is one they would charge you extra for on Southwest.
A double bag.
That was funny. Yeah, Adam, you like that? I'm looking the wrong way. Adam, you like that, didn't you? They charge you extra for these bags. Anyway, my friends, it is a beautiful day, and we are excited because the Mournwood stuff is magnificent, and I've got to talk about Geisengax. What's going on with Geisengax, and we got to talk about social media, and we're going to do... Did you guys talk about the mat?
Yes.
We did.
Hand me that mat. Hand me that.
We held it up.
See, it's backwards. See, this is... Yes, this is like... Okay, seriously now. This is the greatest thing to put behind your Game Master screen that I can think of. I didn't even think of it till Mandy showed it to me, right? And then other people told me, oh yeah, you didn't know about that? This mouse pad stuff is great for rolling dice and all of that stuff, right? And I was like... It's like the perfect size because we play on a pool table, right? Although Ms. Goo is saying that perhaps this Christmas, this old wizard might be getting something. It might take a few months to come, but he might be getting something special, which would be really cool. Mm-hmm. A real game table in my house, not the pool table. That's kind of a, sorry, Adam. But that's kind of, put Adam up there, Camera Mendy.
Oh,
but it's kind of a
okay.
nostalgic thing, right, Adam? You know, you've been playing with the pool table for, you know, decades, right? This is like the pool table we've been playing it on for decades, right?
Poor Adam.
Yeah,
I just put him on screen and he doesn't have
I meant the split screen.
there's some technical things happening behind the scenes that
Yeah, no, you don't ever really want to...
My apologies.
I didn't have
Sorry,
the
Adam. Go
studio
ahead.
set up for a guest today. It was a total surprise.
I know, it was my fault. But
Alphinius
the
was
thing is, listen, here's the deal. You know, you got these little grandkids, right? And first of all, they don't want to go to bed, right? This is the problem, right? They don't want to go to bed. And so you kind of, mush them along because they're all excited, right? Because they don't get to spend the night at Grandma and Grandpa's very often, right? So they want to do all these things and run around and do all that stuff, right? So here we are, right? So we're trying to get to bed, get them to bed. Then I'm trying to get to bed, and then I realize I got some things I got to do for Goo Morning Zyathé, right? So I start working on that stuff, and the next thing I know, it's midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, 12:30, something crazy like that. But these kids, when they don't want to go to bed, guess what? They get up like at 5:30 in the morning.
No, we totally feel that too, because that's what our nieces and nephew do. We're sitting here, they go to bed at like 7, 8,
Y'all,
something.
people are not tuning in to hear
Okay, all right,
about
here, take this.
kids' sleep schedules.
My humblest apologies. You're absolutely right, and I agree with that, Camera Mandy. All right, what are we going to do first?
Let's do our taste test of
This stuff.
Yeah, let's start with this.
This is called Gelatinous Cube Ooze. Yes, this is what this is called.
Oh, ignore my one finger that has fingernail polish on it. I just realized that looks...
That's the bird flipping finger that Camera Mandy has. Camera Mandy has the bird.
I got a really bad manicure before my Disney trip, and so
So now you just have the bird flipping finger.
Because
Yes.
I got this one fixed before I went to the...
I'm sure no one wants to hear about your
I
manicures.
know, I'm
Camera
just
Mandy.
saying, it just looks
Adam,
terrible.
So here we are talking about children now. We're talking about manicures.
Hold on. Now, NIST 853 dictates that your computer must be set
Oh
up
my
with
gosh.
a-
Adam, okay, here we go.
Shut. What? Are we opening? Opening. Yes.
Okay.
All right, cameraman, I'm pouring. Ready? Here
Okay.
we go. I'm pouring.
Now,
oh my
this,
God!
I know, because we had to show the color of it because
This looks like a radioactive.
it is like an aggressive color.
Yeah. Well, I also want to say, I mean,
Alphinius Goo.
I mean, I would have made it green.
I know. I
but
personally,
the blue is pleasant.
I mean, the blue it is in theme with the yes, and you can share yours with Adam over there. So Adam
where's
can
your
try
glass,
his too.
Adam?
Yes.
I'm gonna take this can.
I would share mine, but I'm all the way across the room. Okay.
All right, hurry up, pour it out, Adam. We're gonna taste. We're gonna cheers to all the gooey people.
Yeah, we love you.
Love you all, gooey peoples. I hope this does not kill me.
Okay.
Yes, here we go. I'm gonna taste.
The smell is aggressive.
It's very bubbly.
The taste is
It's very berry.
Tastes like a blue icy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
that tastes like a blue icy.
Yeah, it does this. It's very, they probably, because there's a lot of extra icy juice all over the world. You've got to imagine there's tremendous numbers of icy juices left over the world. So they just buy the bottles of icy juice and bubble it up and put it in the
bottle. Yeah.
Carbonize it.
Carbonize the icy juice.
I literally feel like I'm just drinking sugar.
Oh yeah, this is definitely geeky. You are forbidden to ever taste this again now that I've tasted it.
It is.
Chet Minton, thank you for your
Cheers.
marvelous gift. You are
Yes.
magnificent.
Thank you. It is so aggressively blue.
And aggressively bubbly.
Yeah. Adam, what do you think?
I love it. I'm just trying to find a place to set this so that if I spill it, it doesn't spill on the mat. So
It needs
Wise.
to be extra.
Wise.
It needs to be extra carbonated though, like that, because that's part of the thing.
Yeah. So
Ooh,
I
my
would say
goodness.
that was very interesting. I will be enjoying it, I guess, for the rest of the stream.
Ooh.
Would you drink a whole can of this?
Oh no way.
Yeah.
That's too much. Well, I typically don't like sugary things anyway, cameraman.
I feel like all the cocktails that I had in England were very sugary.
So I did not drink many cocktails in
Oh,
Germany.
okay.
I drank mostly beer.
Well, that's fair. I bet that was.
I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
I went across Europe drinking beer and ales and all kinds of things. It was
So did
magnificent.
Adam.
Yes,
Adam drank a lot of beer. Well,
Mandy and I did a whole world
Bumpage.
tour drinking beer and ale at
we?
Epcot. It was great.
Yeah.
We went from Canada to Mexico in a day, and then we jumped over to France. It was awesome.
how can you tell that you're Disney people?
All right. They don't want to hear about your vacation
I
either.
know.
Should we do a slideshow,
Yeah,
cameraman, of your
let's-
vacation?
let's-
And here we are outside of
No,
Epcot.
let
Yes.
us not.
And here we are outside of Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes.
Yeah, let-
Arr, matey, it was it was just Talk Like a Pirate Day, cameraman. And usually we make a big deal out of this, and we didn't do it this year, and I'm disappointed in us.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Oh,
very
my
disappointed.
goodness.
Here, hold on a second. Adam, have you seen the Flarp?
I watched
Oh my
last
gosh.
week.
Oh,
yeah.
you actually watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Hey,
my
there you
Yeah,
go.
it's like that, right? Just very, very.
Very juicy.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Oh! I better put that away.
Get it out of.
Here,
Get out of
hand
here.
that over here. Hand that over here.
All right, here, have
Adam,
the
no,
Flarp.
you,
yeah.
no.
Flarp away.
I'm going to mute Adam.
No, I'm just putting it over here, out of the way.
Okay.
All right, so what is this, cameraman?
Okay. Kevin actually posted a
I
cute,
know.
several really good photos. I only picked one out, but it's a shelfie, which is when you have like a shelf and you like put it all really nice, like you do for a selfie.
Yeah, the one he
Yes.
showed was really pretty because it had the Darkenhaven box and the Gloomport box.
Yes, I didn't put that out there because I didn't want to confuse people. We're not just giving away Darkenhaven and Gloomport boxes.
Yeah, Kevin did some writing for us, and he wanted that in
Yes.
compensation instead of money.
Yes.
So he's got this wonderful, because Kevin's done some writing for us, as quite a number of folks have done. And right now he was working with us along with Joshua, Marvelous Joshua, and of course Carrie and AJ and yours truly on this marvelous Mournwood. And I cannot tell you, in fact, I got to do it. Cameraman, I got to do this.
Oh, are we
I know
gonna just do that this now?
Just for a moment.
I'm not sure what's happening.
Don't worry. I got this. I 100% got this.
The amazing thing is that this is 1 pound of
A
flarp
pound of
putty.
flarp. No, seriously, a pound of flarp. And you think about that when you got a pound of
yeah.
flarp, and you think, what would you do with 10 pounds of flarp? Because 10 pounds of flarp is impressive, right? Is impressive. All right, so hold on a second.
I think Alphinius is
one
about to
point-
read something.
At what
going
point
to.
does it become a war crime to flarp all over the place?
Adam, while he's picking it up, I guess
I don't
you
think
could
it's a war crime.
flarp.
So for friends, I'm gonna tell you. Oh God, I better not spill. I better not spill the gelatinous cube ooze. That would suck, because it'd be sticky all over the place, right?
Oh my goodness, there's going to be it says hype train incoming.
Yes, we're going to get another hype train.
Well,
I don't know
we'll
what that
see.
means, Camera Mendy. All right, so we'll welcome them when they come in. But
Yes.
the thing about the Mournwood, what I love about what's going on with the Mournwood, is what it adds to the lore of Zyathé. And many have known that for a long time this 9 were coming, because if you read the initial prophecy in the Darkest Dream, there is mention of this 9, and many have asked me for a long time what's going on. And the thing that is the wonderment of this thing that we are doing, that I truly love, is that the tale is truly in the telling. We haven't crafted everything already. And so our people get to contribute to it. We get to take these wonderful thoughts that folks want to give to the world, right, and bring them along with us. But this was one that has been there since pretty much the beginning, and I love it. So I think it is important first to understand that there is I don't know where my glasses are. Oh, there they are. I better put them on. That there is not just the Ventenium Alunax. There is also the Anathium Malunax. And they are, in some ways, opposed in their lore and what they present and the ancient telling. And it is a very intriguing prospect. And I'm going to read some of it today, Camera Mandy, and then we're going to keep reading it over the next couple of weeks. All right? I hope you like this. And if you don't like it, just turn off the sound. The Anathium Malunax. The Ventenium Alunax exists as a chronicle of the history of the life world and is the accepted version of events. However, a more secretive tome exists in counterpoint to the lauded chronicle. This work provides a different, more complete telling, ostensibly taken from information removed from the final version of the Ventenium Alunax. Known only by select sages, the Anathium Malunax is seen as heresy by most. However, for a small number of devotees, the Anathium Malunax is truth. What follows is an excerpt therefrom. And some of you will recognize some of this. The begetting of all things. Hear the tale, my children, for within is the truth of that of which shall come to be. In the genesis of time, space, and memory, Avova, dreamer of the first dream, spoke the way of all things in the immeasurable void, thus sparking the cataclysm of creation. Thereafter, the great making brought forth all that exists from the vast nothingness, which, save for Avova, was all that had existed before. This was the beginning. Yea, by his hand the Creator crafted all things into existence, the majestic plains, the immortal gods abiding therein, the 4 primal elements and their mysterious sovereigns, the Zyathés, which is the everflow of all magic, the Eterniverse with its many soul systems, and the crowning glory of his achievements, the life world of Zyathé. And the creation was magnificent. Yet it was flawed. The antithesis of creation. Yea, my children, in this time a thing not intended by the Creator was brought forth into being, as the Eterniverse was wrought by the Maker's will. For in the far reaches of the void space, 4 beings of antithetic life emerged, far different from any of life Avova had established with his efforts. Indeed, those who would later be known as the 4 Lords of Corruption came to awakening in that moment. But as the 4 awakened, they knew great fear, for they realized that should they be discovered, the Creator would destroy them utterly. Thus, to save themselves from the Maker's wrath, together they moved swiftly and silently into the depths of the cosmos to hide from the gaze of Avova. And let those who have wisdom and understanding know the names of those who emerged at that time, for on their foreheads are written the doom of all things. Anacrea, the Lady of Chaos, Ooze, the Lord of Ruin, Za the Twisted, Lord of the Warp, and Nu'ul, the Nothing Lord. But at their awakening, they were as powerless as children, though they would not be such forever. Thereafter, when the making had reached its crescendo, and all was established according to his will, Avo-Va then viewed that which he had crafted with much contentment. But his eyes never beheld the tiny motes of corruption hiding on the far reaches of the void space. Nay, he did not espy them, for the Creator was greatly taxed from his labors. Thus were the four spared, and the creation terrifyingly tainted for all time. And Avo-Va saw that his work was complete, and verily that a new beginning was begun. And lo, the Creator felt the fatigue of the making, and determined that he should rest. Thus, the Eterniverse was left to govern itself, whilst Avo-Va retired back into his eternal slumber, not to awaken until his appointed time. But this was not to be, for the lots had been cast, and soon the fates would bring a great reckoning to the creation. Yes. And the next section is called Plots in the Cosmos, and we will read it next week. Ha-ha! You like that, cameraman E? Adam?
I
yes?
love it.
Ha-ha! Yes. A magnificent tale, to be sure. But wait until you understand what is coming with Oava-O. Yes, we will see more. Anyway, we need to do social media.
So-
Yes, come on. You got questions or stuff in the chat?
Yeah,
Sure.
so-
I'll drink some more gelatinous.
I
cube
know this is so random, everyone, because we were in the middle of social media, and then
know, I
Alphinius
just-
was like, I have to read
I
this
have to
thing.
read it.
I
I hope you enjoyed it, my friends. I hope
Harry is asking, where is that published? So, because he just jumped right on in. So that is part of our Mournwood campaign book. That so maybe we should just hop into our Mournwood.
Oh, we can do that, and then we can do social
Yeah,
media
and then we'll
afterwards.
just so yeah.
That sounds great.
Let's talk.
And remember, we're giving away that the chance to win that mat today. Yes, so every week you stay on. This is why you need to come to Goo Morning Zyathé. If you are totally bored, just put us on mute until we talk about giving the thing. But I don't think we're that boring. But seriously,
I mean, you didn't hear me and Adam before you came
it was
into
it was boring.
I mean,
We started talking about children
you
and
have
your manicure.
more charisma than even when
Mandy,
you're talking
you are
about
very
children.
charismatic, and Adam is very dear. I can't say he's super charismatic, but he's very dear. Super charismatic.
Oh wow!
Okay, flarp away. I'll give you a chance. Cut to Adam right now, right? Go, flarp. Hurry. Look, flarp.
He's under the pressure.
Oh, you have to pull it out and push it back in, or it won't work.
Hold on.
Oh, Adam, it's okay.
Now,
got this.
Now you push it back in. No, with your fingers. Oh my goodness.
I literally hate the flarp.
I love flarp. Everyone loves flarp. So Harry, yes. So because so as we talk about the Mournwood, and let's just bring up the first of the pictures, all right? And this is just a taste. We already have talked about the Mournwood once before, but for the next 3 weeks, as we get ready to publish all of these materials, we already sent out the first one. As we get ready to publish these materials for the Mournwood, we're going to do a little bit of tale telling about the Mournwood. Because the reason it is so important is because it is one of the places where the Nine are establishing their beachhead. And so, in the lore of the Mournwood, you will receive lore of the cosmos as well. And this is why it is so magnificent, because the Nine are now being revealed. And I have been asked for since 2019, what is the Nine? Because that was published at the beginning of chapter 1 in the prophecy of Budno. 9 are marked, and 9 shall be brought forth in fear and misery. Yes, that is what it said. And people have asked me, and now you will know. Camera Mendy.
Aha!
So exciting.
That is so exciting.
So what you got for me? You got a picture?
Yeah, we can go do pictures.
Or were you going to say something? No. Or the questions from the chat besides where is this published?
There was so Jay Hempy.
Hey, Jay. Janine or
yeah.
Jay? Janine. Yes, it's Janine. Yes.
That's her real life name. It's her Twitch.
Jay is the Twitch.
Yes, yeah, it's the
by the
Twitchy
way,
name.
all you all who expect me to remember you because you got a Discord handle and a Twitch handle and a Facebook thing and everything's all different, it's impossible. I don't have the gray matter left. It's all been dissipated over the years.
Anyway, she said that she could read you or listen to you read a cereal box. And then I thought we would deliver the good news of what we're doing after this episode.
Yeah.
So.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'll deliver the good news.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to stay after the episode and record the first few chapters of The Weirded World for an official podcast that we will be putting out for the world of Zyathé.
Mandy and I have agreed that we are going to spend a half an hour to an hour after every Goo Morning Zyathé and put all of our books into
Audio form. Yep. It's happening.
And then she's going to put wonderful video around it and music effects and all kinds of cool things.
I did not agree to that. Do not expect it. I said, quote, that is how we will never finish the audiobook. So so we are just doing readings of the audiobook with no extra post-production. Well, I'll edit it so it sounds nice, but yeah, no music,
whenever
no
I say
special
something
effects.
Goofy, right?
Yes, exactly. Whenever you mess something up.
on myself when I'm halfway reading. Okay,
exactly.
Yes.
But yes, it's going to be awesome, and I'm very excited. And at least for the Weirded World, we're putting it out for free on YouTube, and we're going to put it out on all the podcast websites. So the Pocket Cast or Adam could list them all.
All those casts.
It'll be RSS compatible, whatever.
Yes,
So,
RSS compatible.
it is happening.
You know, this might taste good with a little whiskey in it, maybe.
Somebody said vodka.
We should have made
vodka for sure. Vodka mixes with
Adam,
everything,
there's
right?
alcohol upstairs if you want to. No, I'm just kidding.
We don't want to go off the rails completely.
No, seriously. I think you should do that, Adam. I think you should go get some vodka.
Where's the liquor?
And there's ice down here below.
Go to Colt's
If I'm
office.
going to be reading, I have to do all this stuff, right? We might as well have... friends, have a drink on us.
Yes.
Just open up a beer or whatever you want to do. It's 5 o'clock
somewhere.
Have a shot. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Adam, go to Colt's office. There's a whole refrigerator in there, and he has...
And there's the cabinet in there and all that stuff. Just a vodka, and then we'll grab some ice from the little ice thing, and you and Cameron Mandy and I'll have
We'll try it with some vodka.
Gelatinous Cube Ooze with vodka. The Mournwood abides, my friend. Yes, is this not magnificent? See, so every once in a while, because I've been directing art for most of my career, because I'm a creative person. This is what I do in real life, right? But I give a lot of latitude to our artists because I really believe in my heart of hearts that too many directors of arts over-direct. And they don't get the best out of their artists because they do that. They try to, hey, massage this, turn this a little bit, move that there, do this thing, right, blah, blah, blah. But I don't do that. I provide a nice sort of description that is relatively open. And then I ask for a sketch. And then the sketch, we just talk about it just a little bit. And unless it's off, oftentimes, even if it's not perfectly what I envisioned, I will leave it as is. And this was one of those that just came through, that is just magnificent. That was not what I originally envisioned. But when I got the sketch, I was like, holy moly, this is pretty good, right? So the skull originally was supposed to be in the foreground, but not this large. And the snail is magnificent, yes? And so this artwork just captures to me the Mournwood in a most interesting fashion at a number of things, because the naturalness of it, the risk of it, the strangeness of it, all of that is here. So anyway. Agreed. Yes. So the Mournwood, the important thing to understand about the Mournwood, is okay if I sit back, is that it has been, this area was where the Eterns, right, and even civilizations before the Eterns would abide. And the reason was, it was very close to the ocean. It was on the banks of a very magnificent river, so there was plentiful water. It was obviously the Gloom port down below, once it was discovered, was a perfect place to put ships, right, to put boats. So fishing and all of this kind of stuff. And the area was rich with land that was very good to cultivate upon. And so this basin has always been magnificent. Now the Eterns, you have to understand that the height of the civilization of the Eterns, they loved living the way they lived in Resplantia and upon their flying cities. They actually considered living in the outskirts to be sort of beneath them, right? And so if you got assigned a governorship and you were in the Eternic Empire and you got assigned a governorship to have to go to Verdestia, that sucked. It was like getting spanked, right? So it was not a good thing at all in these folks' minds. So but that does not mean it was still not a place where things were built, right? Verdestia was basically used in many places, especially in the southwestern portion of it, to the western portion of it, that was used specifically for farmland to feed the Aethernic Empire because of the rich land. And so this area, which was they did hand this to you, Adam. Yes. There you are. Now don't put too much damn vodka in there. You don't get me drunk, right? But a little ice and a little snoot. Here, Adam, bring that over here. Come here.
Oh, are we gonna?
Yes. Don't be stressed. I think, is it legal to drink on camera?
I think that it's fine on Twitch. Is my understanding.
Fine on Twitch. Okay, just throw a couple ices in there. I don't care about your fingers.
Oh, things are happening here.
Yes. Oh, look. Whoa, do it again. Camera, Mandy, it like super bubbles when you put the ice into it. Okay, so here we go.
There's a physics reason for that.
Well, you tell me why.
I hope that this is legal on Twitch. Okay, hold on.
Yes, it's legal too.
I got scared.
Did
Hold
somebody
on.
say it's not legal?
I'm looking it up.
Just a little, because you don't want me making a network mistake here in a minute.
This is actually water.
Okay, while there is no rule against being drunk on stream, Twitch reserves the right to suspend any account at any time, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, if you're always we're looking up the stream rules.
Well, I'm off camera right now. You're the one
Hold on. Okay.
She's looking.
I'm genuinely worried,
Okay,
but...
cut away from me, cut to you.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Go. I'm on the screen next to you.
Okay.
Cover that up with your hat.
Everything I'm seeing says yes, you can. So.
Oh, okay, good. Then go back to me.
So hopefully.
Adam, grab your snoot. Let us cheers.
Set Mandy up. Hold on.
Oh, Mandy's fine. She doesn't need to drink.
Oh, I'm definitely
you know what
not
happens
drinking.
when Mandy drinks.
I'm not drinking vodka.
Okay.
I have a bad relationship.
Just right here. Come here. Just come over and clink. There we go.
Okay. Tell us how it is.
Better than the stuff by itself.
That was a heavy pour.
All right. So the Aetherns.
Hold on. Let me go back.
What do you mean go back? Oh, there you go.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. So the Aetherns built. They had places here, and of course, everything the Aetherns did generally was enhanced by magic, and of course, they used the high magics, which of course, this is what caused the corruption to come into the world because the high magics were corrupted by the Netherflow. The Netherflow then seeped into all of the Zyathés, and this is what has created much of the problems that we face in Zyathé in the modern day. So the Mournwood has Aethernic ruins therein. But that is not just the only problem. Go ahead, cameraman. Let's look at another picture. Now, we'll talk more about these pictures.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah, is that not magnificent?
I haven't seen that one yet.
So there are edifices in the Mournwood that some do not even know why they were there. And the problem is that going into the Mournwood to try to study these things is extraordinarily risky. Because for some reason, as yet totally unknown, or perhaps marginally unknown, when folk enter the Mournwood beyond the fringe, they begin to lose their sanity. Indeed, yes, they are afflicted, terribly afflicted. In fact, Darkenhaven tried 3 times with military forces to enter the Mournwood, and on all 3 times, the expeditions ended in complete disaster, with nearly all of those evolved slain by their own hands. Yes, this is the Mournwood. We're very excited for it. Yes, Kevin.
As I was watching that, it was a little undercut by the fact that your tongue is blue.
Oh, is it really?
But it was good dramatic effect. It was good.
So, does that translate into an actual mechanic for madness as you go into the forest?
Yes, so we have crafted in the Mournwood. Good question, Adam. I should look the other way because you're over there. But I crafted.
It doesn't matter. You're the only one on screen.
Whatever. So we have crafted in the Mournwood a component where you could be afflicted. So it's got a little bit of this sort of eldritch horror thing. We wanted to bring that to the Mournwood. And interestingly, my friends, not just in the Mournwood, there are a number of other places around the world where this same thing is happening. Yes, for the 9 are emerging. Yes, they are coming forth. The red star heralded it. I cannot wait to read you. You will say, oh my gosh, the red star, now I know. And you will be like, ooh, and if you got it really, it'll give you the chills up the back of your spine.
No, I really like that, having that mechanic linked in there too, because it adds some time pressure.
Oh yes, of course. You've got to get out, and there's ways to get around it in some ways, and we'll talk about all this as we go through the morning. Cheers, my friends. Oh wait, I'm good to go, right? I'm not going to just turn my tongue.
You're fine.
Drinking in excess or at dangerous levels could get your channel banned, but I think
that's not me.
This is at the safe level.
Yes, here's another one of these, cameraman.
That's beautiful.
Yes, is that not magnificent? I just. And this broom, this moor fog, is all over the place, right? And it hangs close to the ground, right? And the deeper you go, the thicker it gets. But I just as I ponder this Mournwood, and I ponder Darkenhaven next to it, and I ponder the Gloomport below, and I ponder the potential, the campaign potential for you game masters and for your players to have wonderful interactions in the city, nefarious interactions in the Gloomport, right? Sea voyages, yes, delving deep into dungeons below the city. And yes, traveling to the Mournwood, one of the most strange and fearful places on the face of Verdestia. Yes, this is a place made for adventure. And it makes me so excited. All right, cameraman, let's get another one. So I just got this one. I love this. I'm not going to tell you what it is. In fact, I'm not telling you really much about any of these things very much, because we're going to go through it when we do our Mournwood thing. But is that not spectacular? And people gave some great titles. If this was a book cover, they gave some great titles. It was really, really wonderful. But I really think I want to put the dragon tree on one of the covers. Don't you think we should do that?
Yeah,
I didn't put it in this one.
I grabbed the dragon tree.
Oh, you did? In the social media?
Here,
We'll show your social media. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that is quite gorgeous.
Oh.
I think that there's so much imagination. This is beautiful. I think 100% you should put that on a cover.
Yeah, that is magnificent. Is that not magnificent, Adam?
No, I'm loving this.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
Yeah, the Mournwood, again, so the thing is, as you world build, right? As you think about world building, one of the things that is wonderful, I love travel, but too much travel can get boring, right? So I definitely do typically, that's not fair. About half the time I actually role play and actually have the travel be a part of it. But I do advance and skip forward and those kinds of things. But about half the time I don't. It depends on how far they're traveling and a lot of things like that. Because I don't want the realism of trying to bring fantastical realism to get in the way of the wonderment and fun of the adventure. But if you played the Red Star Rising and you got to chapter 2, you know that we have a wonderful travel thing going on. And if I do travel, that's how I do it, because it actually becomes part of the tale. Which, of course, if you think about any great book where individuals are traveling, probably epitomized most of all by The Lord of the Rings, with 2 little hobbits traveling across a massive, massive continent, you understand how travel can be part of the adventure. In fact, it can be the adventure.
And that's definitely a hard one, too, because I'm doing the campaign with Mandy, and there's a big chunk of time spent on travel, and it's a trick keeping it interesting.
Yeah, well, you just, again, if you don't, what you don't want to do is get bogged down in minutia, right? Mm-hmm. You want to move sort of from the next thing to the next thing. But of course, have you gotten to Astronaut yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay. We won't talk about
I think that as a player, sometimes you get very goal oriented.
Correct.
And it can be difficult to.
You should switch to you, cameraman.
I'd have to find
everyone
my button.
likes you. They don't like me. They like you.
I don't think that's true. I think everyone loves you.
Oh, I appreciate it.
There's a button that has
I am
both of you on
thankful.
there.
I am thankful that I tell you, cameraman, I've said this to you so many times. I cannot believe how many wonderful lifelong friends I have met because we did this goofy, gooey.
Oh,
thing.
I know.
Is that amazing?
And they're amazing people.
It's Casey Wren's birthday today.
Yes. We were all saying happy birthday
Happy
to Casey.
birthday to you.
The other thing, too, is if you simplify travel too much, then it shrinks your world, as opposed to...
That's exactly what I believe, Adam. Mm-hmm. Because honestly, here's the thing. Traveling past a location that later your players might come to is incredibly interesting, especially if it's one of those places where they've been warned not to go to and all of this stuff. And actually, because they're kind of low level, they start up the path to go there and they get turned back by something terrifying. Yes, This is the wonderment of making the world feel so much more alive. And what I love about this game and love about world building. Anyway, the Mournwood has all of these magnificent trails and paths that go through all kinds of strange localities. Go ahead, Mandy. I don't want to take the whole night on this because, right?
I did that thing again.
Oh, yeah, the zoom.
I figured out what it was. If I right-click on the thing instead of, it does that.
Do
I
it
know.
again, Cameron. Do it like 3 times in a row. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh my God, this is taking a turn.
Yeah, it's taking a turn.
Oh jeez.
Now look,
The vodka is starting to get to you.
No, not yet, but it will. So what I'm very excited about with this is there are so many interesting little tales inside of the big tale of the Mournwood, and they're not all related to the 9 because the corruption lords are also present because of the Aethernic ruins, and there is a group that stands in opposition to them both, which is the Verdure Sin. Yes, the Emerald Cloak. Magnificent. Wait until your players start dancing in the Mournwood. They will be blown away.
I grabbed a picture. I think this gentleman is from the Emerald
Oh,
Cloak.
yes. One of the Verdure Sin. Yes, magnificent. And there are a few of them. But so this is another one. So I describe the character to the artist. Sort of what I want. I want a falconeer, blah, 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 blah. Want him to be Sundestian, not Verdestian, and go. And this is Benjo. Benjo came back with this magnificent ranger, and instead of putting him in the normal cloak, he puts this fantastic sort of toppy hat thing going on. And he gives him blonde hair instead of brown or black, which I did not ask him to do. And all of a sudden, you have the artist dancing with you rather than just doing what you say. And that's how you get, in my mind, better art. Cheers to you, Benjo.
Cheers to you. So I like the taverns that you have. So this one's called Last Respite.
No, that is incorrect. I made a mistake on that.
Oh, okay.
So for those of you who might play in the Mournwood, shut your ears for a moment. There are 2 known inns and taverns in the depths of the Mournwood. That is not it. Go back.
Just kidding. I'm trying.
There are 2. That was a good try, though, Karen. There are 2. The first is called Jack, and these are deeper in the Mournwood, where the insanity could take effect. One is called Jax's Hope. The other is called The Last Respite. Jack's Hope is a place of respite. The Last Respite is not. And that is all I will say on that for the matter for the time being, Cameron Mandy.
Well, I do like the name of. I'm guessing this is a bar, tavern.
This is Flemington, and it has a tavern called Spitshines.
Spitshines.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a great name.
Yes.
Love it.
So Flemington is in the fringe, and Flemington is a den of nefarious and vile activity. Virtually everything that is outlawed in the city of Darkenhaven and the Republic is practiced here. And it is a den of thieves and cutthroats and ne'er-do-wells and smugglers and others, right? Perfect for adventure, just where they all want to go. Yes, and we have a lot of hope that Flemington was going to be very interesting. And I can't wait to show you. Edvard almost has map 1 finished, and he's going to be battling map 2. We're trying to get that done over the next 7 to 10 days. And he also wants to do a couple of marvelous artworks. And Edvard did Zogzendyne, which is that wonderful picture that you've seen earlier if you remember the Mournwood campaign. But Flemington is just brilliant, and it's going to be wonderful. And I can't wait to have you read about it when you get your Mournwood materials.
Well, we are
it's already in there, by the way. It's in the journal.
Is this so? We are at 10:45.
Okay, perfect.
So I say let's save the monsters for next week.
Well, I'm going to add to the presentation. This was just a little taste.
Do you want to?
Yeah, we can do them real quick. Yes,
okay.
it's fine.
All right. Go
so
ahead.
there are all manner of creatures within the Mournwood, and interesting things such as perhaps this nature elemental type thing that is going on here. Right? There's more traditional monsters, very fearful things, right? Wonderful creatures, and then maybe less traditional ones. Yes.
I love it because you can just be walking in the forest and suddenly this thing springs from the ground.
Yeah, you don't want that thing biting your face like 7 times. Yeah, and of course when you learn more, you will learn more about Norcreus's role with the 9 It is a most intriguing thing. Carrie told me it gave her the chills up the spine, so we're very excited. And of course, we already know that within the Mournwood, many of the creatures have been changed.
Warped.
Somehow, yes. We will see. And of course, this magnificent artwork that was done long time ago as we began the quest for the beginning of the Mournwood, and one of the great nemeses therein. So, my friends, I hope you're as excited as I am for it. I think it is going to be very, very wonderful. A great addition to Darkenhaven and the Gloomport. And
do me a favor.
yes.
Before I cut to the shot back, your shirt needs to be a little adjusted at the bottom there.
What am I showing, my belly button?
Yes.
Oh, it's not showing on camera.
There we go.
Oh, if you kept...
There we are. Hello. Yes. Oh, wait, nope. Oh, Alphinius.
Hello!
The vodka. Okay.
Hold on, you've done this before, cameraman?
Oh my God. Okay.
Hello.
No.
I am Alphinius's belly button.
Hi, I'm a party pooper. Okay.
It started with the flarp, and then it went to the...
And then it went to hell right after that.
Okay.
Thank you all for joining us in this craziness. It's so much fun to be with you on Saturday mornings. And Camera Mandy, we are like 100 episodes in, yes?
This is our 109th episode.
109th.
You know what really depressed me was that YouTube said that we started our book club a year ago.
What?
I know it's been a year since we started our book club that we haven't finished yet, even the first book.
Because of the new thing with Paul.
We get off the rails quite a bit. I want to finish our book club. I think our book club is really good and very enjoyable.
Because we need to keep reading.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
Anyway, where are we at with the Mournwood materials?
So you already got Andronita's journal. If you were part of the Kickstarter, you got it, the digitals of that. Which you got some pictures of that, don't you?
I think so. Yes.
So right now we are it's Secret's Most Dire, and I've got to tell you, Kevin began the journey with us and was the lead writer on this, and then Carrie and I and AJ we added to this, and as I've told you many times before, I loved the Volo's guides because it was like reading more fiction about the world rather than sort of, as Adam said, a little more, because a lot of lore you can't really present it as much in fiction, right? You have to present it more as information, and that is not as always as interesting of writing. Oh, my cell phone is beeping. I will turn it off. There we go. And so you can't present it as much as in the same fashion. But when you take something like Legends, Lore, and Libations, where Keith was the lead author on that, where you take that kind of a book and you put in a tale and you wrap a tale around it, it gives so much more robustness and flavor to the story of what you're telling. And I think first of all, I think game masters are going to love this, but I think players are going to love it as well. It's just a wonderful little tale book. And there's, of course, marvelous Andronita. And what I want to tell you about Andronita, which I was very excited to get her, is because many people have asked, wait a minute, the Feyari can only cross conceive with elven folk. Is that correct? And I said, yes, that is correct. And then people would ask me, what do they look like? And we'd never done one.
Oh, so people are starting to have to head out. Do hashtag maps and hashtag LLL right now.
Oh yeah, hashtag maps and map or maps?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, either one. Hashtag map, hashtag LLL. So you can get your chance to win the cool, totally messed up, signed Legends, Lore, and Libations, only one in the world, and the amazing mat for going behind your screen, the GM's mat with Darkenhaven on it. Yes. Hashtag map, hashtag LLL.
Adam, you know that makes it complicated for me.
Yeah, I do.
Don't do that.
Here we go. Hold it.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Okay, there he is.
There we
Yes,
are.
there it is.
Yes.
With the flarp, right? You do not get the flarp. The flarp is not included, neither is Adam. You can't get either one of those things. Yes, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
So,
let's keep going really quickly on. Oh wait, people want updates on some stuff.
yes,
so maybe
ask questions.
Can you put your belly back in? Yes, there we go.
It's okay.
You lost like 5 viewers when you did your little
Really, they just bailed on us?
Oh, totally.
Can confirm watching view counts.
Sorry, friends. I hope that wasn't too disturbing.
Okay. So people want updates not only on Mournwood, but also on Darkenhaven and Gloomport.
So Darkenhaven is really getting close. There's even more content than we originally promised. So we have the 3 books, the adventure, all of these are done. We are in layout process of the 3 books. 2 of the books are fully laid out. The 3rd book is in process of being laid out. We're actually doing extra artworks. We're making some additional artworks that we didn't promise originally. We're going to add those in. And the biggest thing that I did not realize when I came up with this goofy idea of having lots of people be non-player characters in the world of Zyathé is the complexity of making sure you don't screw it up. And the continuity review is onerous, if I can say it any other way, to try to make sure that we haven't stepped on our own toes, if that makes sense. So this is all part of the process of really getting this knocked out. Now, I want to tell you something else. For the people who have pre-ordered the Gloomport and Darkenhaven, and for the people who backed in the Kickstarter and are still waiting on those last 2 things, and there's only about, I think, 150 or so, Cameron, Randy, right? We're going to do something extra nice for you. I don't know what that is, but because you have been so patient with us and not complained and given us so much latitude, and I cannot tell you, it is this community is unbelievable. We're going to do something very nice for you. And I'm not sure exactly what that is yet. We are talking about it, but it's going to be something special. And you'll receive that along with your last of your materials as a thank you from us for your patience and your support for all of the gooey things that we do. And hopefully, on top of that, the extra shipping and all of the things that we did at our own expense will make up for us being so tardy. But I do want to tell you that for me, not only is it important that we get stuff out as quickly as possible within reason, it's also important that it be amazing. And that is also part of the problem, is that I step in the middle of this and I sometimes add to the timeline. But that is because I care and I want the materials to be fabulous. And so anyway, I apologize to all of you again for us being so tardy with these last 2 portions of our Kickstarter. But I truly believe when you get them, you're going to be like, wow, Alphinius, that was something else. That is my hope. I am truly hoping that people will say in the future that Darkenhaven and the Gloomport was one of the greatest fantasy cities ever made. And I think we have that potential. We shall see. We shall see. But we are going to do something special for you. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I promise it is coming. And thank you all for your support in that regard. What else, Cameron Mandy?
Okay. How many chapters are going to be in the Red Star Rising campaign?
7. We will have 2 more chapters. Chapter 6, they will return to Nevermore and find it very different from when they left. Chapter 7, they will go against Noxica and learn much more about the 9. It is going to be magnificent. And if Chapter 5 works out the way I hope, they will also go to Darkenhaven. But we shall see. For that is a tale still in the telling, my friends. Indeed it is.
So actually, it was funny when I went to go pick up my my book yesterday at Michael's. They had a whole section of Nevermore decorations.
Oh,
it was like a skull with a raven on it and with a sign that says Nevermore.
Yeah, for Edgar Allan Poe's marvelous work, right?
Yeah,
because that is what we named the town for. Was an homage to Edgar Allan Poe.
It was very cool. They had like signs for Nevermore. So anyway, if you ever do a campaign in Nevermore, maybe go check out Michael's.
Yeah, Nevermore is a great place, and most of you haven't seen it yet. I should probably post that. We have a map of Nevermore.
Have you?
I don't know if I've ever shown it. It's been done for a year and a half, 2 years.
Maybe that's the nice thing we put in Darkenhaven.
We also have a map. We also have a map of Prondadol.
Ah, what? Alphinius.
There were an old troll named Myron.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So do you want to do social media super quick?
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, hang with us if you can. Drop if you have to. We got hashtag maps.
There's some really cool social media that I want to give homage to.
We got 1 more week to put in maps in LLL, and then the week after that we're giving away. So
maybe the week after that we're giving away the LLL, Legends, Lore, and Libations.
oh my gosh, Alphinius.
Yeah, we're going to hold off on
we
the
gotta
map
move on these giveaways.
No,
sometimes.
we don't. It's
yes,
fine.
We do.
It's fine.
Okay.
I want to reward the people who come sit with us on Saturday mornings.
Yes, by actually doing the giveaways.
We give away crap all the. Wait a minute, friends. Okay. Camera Mandy is usually right. Okay, but we give away a lot of stuff. Tell the truth. Yes. Yes, we are very good at being supportive.
I want to buy. I just want to buy it. Okay, it is going to be up on the website this weekend, and we currently have swag up. If you go to our shop, which we are redoing our shop because it's not great. I'll just throw it out there. But if you go to shop and go under merch. Go to browse and go to merch. We do already have like shirts and beanies.
And of course, Chet Minton is doing our really special shirt.
Yes, indeed.
Very exciting.
Okay, so this is really cool.
Yeah.
And literally, Josh just asked, will you combine the map of Darkenhaven and Mournwood together? So you will be able to combine them yourself because the maps adjoin each other.
So if you kind of, right where that compass is the bottom right-hand corner of the Darkenhaven map. So if you look at that and you understand, that is literally how they adjoin to each other. Now we're just doing the two maps of the fringe that adjoin to the Darkenhaven maps, which is this one is the southerly one, and then there'll be a northerly map that adjoins to it as well. But this is just the fringe and gives you the areas that will probably have a lot of involvement with your characters and near to Darkenhaven. Now, the larger thing, I didn't promise this in the Kickstarter, but I've mentioned it a number of times. Edvard and I are probably going to do a third map as just a bonus for all you Kickstarter friends. And this one will be of the whole Mournwood. But it will be obviously pulled back quite a bit. The scale will be much smaller. But I think the world deserves it, and I think our friends deserve it. And it will only have the major locations. Now, again, remember, we also did some other things. You're actually going to get, if you back the Mournwood Kickstarter, you're not getting one book of lore on the Mournwood, you're getting two. Because after we really examined this and really looked at it as a campaign guide, not just as lore presentation, we are going to create it more like we've done before. So there will be the actual sort of adventure book, and there will be the Game Master reference book for the Mournwood. So it'll actually function more like one of our adventures in that regard, because there's so many places to visit and so many places that people contributed, and we want people to be able to go see them. So we're changing it up a little bit, and I think it's going to be very, very cool
nice.
for the Game Master. But this map, I mean, you know already that Mandy, I love maps, and I love the effect that they have on the table. And so, literally last night I was emailing with Edvard back and forth, and we were talking about the different little things that we want to put in the various areas. And I gave him some suggestions and changed some things up, and then he gave me some suggestions back, and in the creative process. And I just can't wait to have both of these maps done. So hopefully, and Edvard, of course, you all know, I think, just had his little baby a little while back, and that slowed us down on the maps for the Mournwood. But I think that was worth it. That was what was worth it.
Okay. So
that's it?
No.
We didn't show Harry's Insandra Oz?
I have it up, but I was about to go into something about Harry.
Oh, yes, go.
Okay, so Harry.
Hold on, pardon me, cameraman.
Also, somebody asked about Geisengax.
Yes, and we will get to that.
I want to tell you that.
Yeah,
I will tell you that soon. I will tell you that soon, not right now.
Okay, let's do this one first. Okay, so very exciting. Harry is about to launch a podcast on this channel. It's called Creative Goo, and he's going to have guests on the channel who talk about their creative passions. He's going to show how to sculpt and like some of his sculpting processes. So it's going to be a really fun show. And I think the first episode is going to be not this upcoming Thursday, but the Thursday after that. We're just kind of finishing up some last few technical things. And so in preparation for that, I wanted to talk about a new, it's not a new YouTube channel. I started this in like 2020 and just never got around to finishing yet. But this is where it will be posted. The recordings will be posted. It's called the Gooey Guild, or the Gooey Contributors Guild.
Yes.
And what I've done with this channel is that if you go look at it right now, it is filled with playlists of like actual plays that other people have done. We have Rob's wonderful.
Rob does great videos.
Yes.
If you don't catch him every once in a while, also Geeky in the Morning does a good morning thing that every morning.
That's on Facebook.
Yes.
So this is only for YouTube.
Yes, I'm just saying that.
Yes.
I'm just saying that. I'm just telling people about things that are going on within our community.
So there are some like actual plays that are done on Twitch, but they're not reposted on YouTube. So this is a YouTube specific thing. I have playlists with like Alphinius interviews. Like there's a whole thing that says interviews with Alphinius, and we have like 20 videos there of just him going on other people's shows and doing interviews. And then some various like actual plays going on. Dice of Ages did a great Menace in the Mist actual play. So that's all up there.
Yes.
And so this place is going to be kind of an accumulation point. I did put in the disclaimer there in the description that we do not watch and monitor all the streams because it's other people's creative work and we don't put restrictions on there. So definitely make sure to check any like trigger warnings on their channels.
If anything, if something does come up, we need to know about it, right? So definitely tell us. Don't just forget about it and sort of just ignore it, because we want to, we try to have a standard, except for showing my navel and the strip. We try to have some level of standard.
I think that most of the people who stream our stuff don't go too far.
No, we have a great. Again, it's just a great group. I mean, it's just. I just blessed all the time by the Gooey people.
Yes.
Blessed all the time by the Gooey people.
But yeah, like, I mean, the streams are often 2 to 3 hours.
Yes.
So we're not super able to like, and we don't want to like necessarily have to, because this is other people's work. And sometimes they explore themes that are uncomfortable. And
correct.
As long as they're doing it in a tasteful way, then I want to let them have their creative freedom to do what they will.
And we need to be understanding as people who, if this something might bother you, it might not bother many, right? And I know some people who don't want to read a Stephen King book because it's violence, and sometimes even sexually violence, right? And that bothers people, right? It doesn't bother everyone. So you have to. If we don't allow the expressions of creativity, even the ones that we don't love, right? Because this becomes censorship, right? And this is a problem. And it has happened with artwork over the years. It has happened with words, with books over the years, where people burn books and all of this stuff. And we need to be careful not to go to that place, even if something is bothersome. Now,
what's up, Adam?
No, just the thing you said in chat.
And now, there are some things that are beyond the pale, and we will not tolerate those things at Gooey Cube.
Oh, is that some kind of
pot reference?
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on at all.
I don't know either. So
anyway, this is Creative Goo and the Gooey Guild, and we're going to expand on this along with our Gooey forum, our book club, all of the stuff that we're going to keep going on. All right, was there something?
There's just something going on in the chat that I didn't realize what he was saying, and so, but no, I'm not on any stress relief pot. I promise.
Stress relief pot? Cameraman doesn't smoke dope. I know this for a fact.
Okay. Anyway, this is taking a turn. I will put a PG-13 content rating on this one for drinking and for drug.
Yeah, you definitely put a PG-13 on this one.
Anyway, so yeah, Creative Goo will be posted. Please go subscribe to Gooey Guild. I don't think that notifications come through if I add like a playlist, but I'll try to be more proactive about posting these things.
Yes, if you haven't followed us on this channel, the Twitch channel, give us a follow. Would you do that? And also, thank you to all of you who respond in RSVP and Facebook that you're coming to this thing, because I do believe that helps us with the algorithm, right? And being able to send out stuff. You have no idea how difficult they make it to send out invitations.
And Paul's pushing the book club too.
Oh yeah, of course, the book club. There's been some incredible discourse. I mean, so much that you're like, holy moly! And
AJ's in there a lot. I think it's a good break for him from like writing. And so if you want to talk to one of our biggest authors, I mean, there's only 3 of you, like in terms of Alphinius, Carrie, and AJ make up the core writing group here. But I mean,
AJ brings a lot of good information.
Yes, a lot. So yeah, if you have any specific questions about the lore, AJ's able to address why he did it that way, or why, the idea behind it. And it's
and
really
how do you
cool.
get to the book club?
You go to Discord, and there's a forum. It's called I think it's called Gooey Book Club.
Yeah, you'll see it's Gooey Book Club. It's right there. It's about halfway down as you scroll, and it's on the Discord, and it's great. And now this is definitely for people who want to play with the lore. Right? This is you're going to get a lot of discourse back and forth and a lot of stuff, and And there's a lot of writing and people have a lot of opinions and it's really, really fun and really, really interesting, but it is definitely for lore junkies. So be prepared for that when you show up. Chet Minton, I have this on my wall, my friend, right next to me. I love this image. I love this image. I love mostly, I mean, it's all great, but the halfling at the back that's looking at the goo that's coming up around their feet.
So also on the Gooey Contributors Guild, I used, so you're the official icon of the Gooey Cube channel, but then on the Gooey Guild one, I used Chet's Seder.
Why not?
Alphinius, because it's a
Alphinius goat.
And then on top of that, I put Chelsea's beautiful artwork.
Yeah, Chelsea, that is really, really pretty.
And so, because I want it to be, I really wanted it to be a place where, Adam. My niece came in.
Hold on, it's not bombing yet. Continue.
Okay.
You gotta lean over. You gotta lean over.
Other way.
Oh, okay.
Yes. There you go.
No, put him in front of me.
Oh.
See, this is what I was saying to Camera Mandy.
Oh my God.
If we just did this and Camera Mandy say ha-ha.
Ha-ha!
Uh-huh.
It is I, Alphinius Goat, and I'm here today to talk to you about goat things.
See, I don't even have to come here anymore on Saturday mornings.
Oh, wait, what? Chet just posted an illustration of Alphinius and blue martini glasses on the Goo. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Chet, I can't wait to see you at Genghis Khan. I think you're coming.
Yes.
I have inside information.
Okay. This is really...
We got to do Guys and Gats too, so we got to...
Yeah, let's go fast. Okay, so speaking of Guys and
Jenny
Gats,
was awesome to do this and give us a little review and kind of it makes me want... I'm buying the book now.
Yes, it's very interesting. She gave insight into,
it's all the drama.
It's the book. Yeah, she gave kind of overview of what the book did, but a lot of people were really interested in this book and the origins of.
Well, and again, Camera Mandy. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you talk. I'm more than happy for you to talk.
The origins of D&D and all of the drama and stuff that went on and how it got to where it was and what happened to TSR and Wizards of the Coast is fantastic. And I'm definitely getting it, right? Andy said he was going to get it too, because I agree. It sounds fascinating.
I mean, it's these insights into the people who started this. I mean, you're dealing with a lot of very talented, creative people.
At a time when they were opposed for religious reasons, right? And they were bringing a game that no one had experienced before, nothing like it ever before. Everything was a board. You rolled dice, you sat on a board, or you dealt cards.
Yeah.
Crazy, Mandy.
No, I mean, I love that, and I love the insights. I mean, and these people are people.
You should cut to you,
Oh my gosh, that's such a pain for me. Okay.
I think she clicks one button.
I'll just go like that. Okay. So always keep in mind, people are people. I know that there's some criticisms of people in this book. But
can I just say something too?
Yes.
Everything is marketing, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So the embellishments, the accentuation of drama, all of this stuff.
You gotta write a good story.
Right?
Yeah.
Helps the story, right? The truth is always somewhere in between all of these things. I am thankful that Gary and Dave at the end made peace. And that I do know happened. And I've talked to Luke about it and we are, it is a good thing to make peace. And while it's fun to read about the drama and the history and all of that kind of stuff, I tend to focus on the good things rather than on the difficult things, because the wonderment of what Dave and Gary, and not just those two, a number of other magnificent people brought to the world with creating TTRPGs is amazing. And they are just people, just like you said, Camera Mandy, all with flaws and brokenness and problems and doing things that they shouldn't have done, or maybe doing things that they should have done differently. This is just us. And I encourage you always, as you walk through your life, give a measure of latitude to another, right? Watch out for criticizing your neighbor until you've walked a mile in their shoes, right? This is what we practice this, and we give a little more to the world that is positive. Anyway, continue, Camera Mandy.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get so dramatic there.
It was great.
Heavy right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to just run through the last
Joe's pictures. Joe is very talented.
Joe has a huge following.
Great eye.
I know.
We should bring Joe on the
I want to bring Joe to the studio.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
I want Joe to come out and shoot something for us.
But also, let's bring him on the stream.
Yes.
And then show some of his magnificent photography, because he's got a great eye.
Oh, amazing.
And of course, advertising it by day job, right? So I look at these photographs and I'm like, damn.
Yes.
That's good work,
yes.
right? Yeah,
it's very hard in those fluorescent lights to get.
Oh, you know.
I know. So, thank you, Joe. We got to share these also on our. Oops, I went too fast. I got to show these on our social medias.
Yes.
He was very generous to let us. So anyway, next up, what is going on with the Wizard of Lake Geneva? Are they running the Darkest Dream?
We have a little thing that we're doing. We're not announcing it quite yet, but you can see there's things coming that are very, very interesting that's going on with the Lake Geneva Museum. And we're excited to be affiliated with them and helping do this very special thing to honor Dungeons and Dragons and Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson and all the rest of the crew that helped make this thing so special. I mean, you think about this, you're 50 years now. It's just incredible. Just incredible.
Well, let's go ahead and wrap up. Let's talk a little bit about Guys and Gax and where we're at with Guys and Gax, and then we'll go ahead and just close that little belly button for me again.
Good God, Karen.
There we go. Okay.
I will sit like this from now on.
There you are. Okay.
There you go. All right. So, my friends, I really want you to understand that this for me is as much a pinnacle of creation and something that I dearly love, is to collaborate with Luke on this wonderful homage to Gary. And what is happening is kind of amazing. So people like Margaret Weiss submitted a character. Skip Williams is going to be a character, actually has his own portrait. Stefan Pokorny and Anne, they are going to be in here as non-player characters. We are going to have Ed Greenwood as a non-player character. And this is just becoming incredibly wonderful, and I am so excited for it. There'll be much more coming as we move into October, but I'm not going to get too deep into it until we finish the Mournwood. I'm going to get the Mournwood in everyone's hands. But about the middle time of October, we are going to start pushing this. And I would appreciate greatly if you would tell all your friends. There's going to be an opportunity to actually give this as a holiday gift. So over the Christmas holiday or Hanukkah holiday or Kwanzaa or, even Festivus, whatever you celebrate, if you give gifts at that time, we're going to have a wonderful little thing that's going to come out. It's going to be an oversized envelope with a thing inside that you can actually give to someone as a gift and give them the gift of Guys and Gax. Ooh, that's pretty cool, Cameron Mendy. The gift of Guys and Gax. That's alliteration, right?
Yeah.
And we will hope that you will support this Kickstarter. It would be very helpful to us at Gooey Cube to sustain us for a longer period of time. We think it's going to be a very, very amazing and wonderful thing. It's going to be filled with artwork, filled with Easter eggs from all kinds of interesting past creations of Gary, lampoons, nods, laughter, terror, right? It's going to have it all. And it's going to be a wonderful homage to Gary that Luke and I are collaborating on. So that is Guys and Gax. That is what is coming, and we are very excited for it, my friends. What else, Cameron Mendy? Oh, there it is.
I'm trying to get it up. I'm doing a terrible job.
Chet, I love you, Chet.
I wish I can.
It's fine.
Yes.
It's fine. It's fine.
No,
Chet, I can't wait to see you and give you a
Yes.
big hug. You've been a marvelous, marvelous friend, and thank you for being gooey with us a little bit too.
Yeah, and I'm very excited for the design for
the t-shirt.
the Mournwood. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, everybody saw the hand, the sketch, right?
Yeah,
with the rats kind of stuck in there and all that stuff. Yeah,
No, it
very
looks
gooey.
awesome.
Very gooey.
I love it. I love it. I'm so excited.
All right, my friends. I guess that is it for us for today, cameraman. Yes?
Yes.
All right, my friends. We will see you next week. See you in the Gooey Den. See you in the Discord. And may all your adventures be gelatinous cubey.